disease.
Well, protected rockfish are apparently dying by the thousands at a popular fishing hole, and biologists suspect thoughtless sports fishermen are to blame.
But the fishermen say the Department of Natural Resources is making them a scapegoat for a much bigger problem. Project Environment reporter Scott Broom joins us now with more on the story. Scott?
Well, Stan, whoever's to blame, it is shocking to go to the Conowingo Dam at the Susquehanna River and see the carcasses of rockfish rotting in the water. They're among the most protected fish in Maryland, but it isn't helping much at the dam. Some days at the Conowingo Dam, this is a typical scene. Dozens of dead rockfish float in the water. Even more rot on the shoreline. For all but a few days during the year in Maryland, it's illegal to catch the coveted and threatened rockfish. But this catwalk high upon the Conowingo Dam is a popular fishing hole for many species, and rockfish often get caught by accident.
Oftentimes they're very careful releasing them, but the high water temperatures at this time of year, along with zero salinity, have a tendency to really stress these fish out. Consequently, we see mortalities of close to 80%. 8 out of 10 of these fish that are caught may not make it.
DNR officials and fishermen themselves complain that in some cases, catching rockfish is no accident. There is a blatant disregard by some fishermen of rules intended to protect the fish. On the dam today, we saw evidence that artificial lures were being used, and these boys were attempting to snag fish regardless of the species. Both practices are illegal. But even fishermen who are using legal baits and methods to catch catfish and carp inadvertently land a rockfish at times.
I've got liver, I've got adobo, worms.
And the rockfish are biting all of those?
Everything, everything.
You just can't keep them off the line.
You can't. Only thing you can do is once you get them, try your best to get them back in there as quick as possible.
As quick as possible often means the fish gets thrown from the high catwalk, a sure death sentence according to the biologists. They believe uncounted thousands of the fish have died and gone to waste. Now, at least a few people I talked to today out at the dam think the DNR should allow people to keep the fish they catch by accident rather than requiring them to release them. But the DNR officials fear that will draw a lot of people hoping to go home with a rockfish, accident or not, Stan.
Scott, if so many people are breaking the rules when it comes to the rockfish, shouldn't the DNR have more, I don't know, you call them enforcers or game wardens or officials out there making sure that they don't?
Like everything else in the state government business, the DNR has limited resources, and that dam of all fishing holes around the state is one of the most closely watched. DNR guys have been out there handing out pamphlets, trying to get people to understand the rules, but frankly, they don't have anybody to babysit the place the whole time.
Can't be everywhere all the time.
Can't be everywhere all the time.
Okay. Thanks, Scott. Good enough.
Quick question for Scott.
Yeah.
Since you just came from the newsroom, we don't want to alarm any of our viewers. What's the fire situation?
Well, the firemen are still here, but it looks like a bulb burned out, so
okay.
don't worry about it.
No need to hit the deck.
No worries.
All right.
I feel safe.